Well, when you support 100 Huntley Street, you put seed money into young people and their projects that are loud and proud about Christianity. We don't put everybody on staff full-time, but we're looking for media missionaries. And maybe you know one and you need to get in touch with us about them. James Kelly is one of our media missionaries. And we do that with James because he helps us on technology, we do teamwork with him, and we work on sharing Jesus with the world. But James, the founder of Faith Tech, recently hit a serious curve on the very survival of his young family. Part of our team here, he had us just gripped in prayer for this survival of his family. Watch this.
3 weeks ago, had a pretty dramatic experience. My wife and I had our second child, and it was a pretty intense moment. 2 in the morning, I get woken up and there's like a huge emergency and they're like, we have to get Karen into labor and delivery right now. Your daughter's heart rate has plummeted. And then eventually the nurse just looks at the doctor, she's like, operating room right now. Clearly her life and my daughter's life are on the line here. So they literally all just like a horde of people rush off and leave. And the nurse on the way out, she's like, sit here, I'll get back to you. The next 15 minutes were one of the worst 15 minutes of my entire life. And this is what God has been teaching me, is that it is His grace on us that we're going through this. And I need to explain this. I have learned things about God in this season of life that I've understood Him and humanity more than I ever have in my entire life. I've learned that this life is extremely fragile. You hold a 2-pound baby in your arms and it feels that way. The world is fragile. You are fragile. I am fragile. And we can be broken by words. We can be broken by the things that are done to us. And that has inspired me to be more courageous than ever before. And it's courage that we need more than ever before in us. I've also learned that God is in control. And it's not that He is, it's that He has to be in control, or all of this doesn't make sense to me, like this whole world, because there has to be a being in control that created all of this. And I think that's God, that's Jesus. He's in control of this world. And so anyway, I really sense, and my wife and I sense, that it's God's favor on us that we've gone through this suffering. Romans says, we glory in suffering. Suffering produces perseverance. Perseverance produces character. Character produces hope. Man, when you really step back and think about that, suffering sucks, but it produces perseverance because you have to persevere in suffering or you die or someone else dies. Perseverance produces character because it forces you to step up and be a better person. Character produces hope because then suddenly you look at the world and you go, actually, I think I can impact this world. I think I can make a difference. And there's hope beyond this life as well.
Here's what got me about James' story from part of our team. And by the way, James, baby Anna, and Karen are doing great. Baby Anna is coming right along. I talked to James last night. But Canada, you know, I know that our country needs voices like James. We need young Christians explaining how life works. And media amplifies those voices. So get behind our plea this week for paying for the production and airtime of voices like James. Here's what got me about his piece. You know how he said, if you don't persevere, you die or someone else dies. That is a lesson James speaks to us from the hallway of suffering. And what a great place to be able to put those voices into media. And what I love about James and Karen and Anna's story is they want to share it in media. They want to help other young people learn the reality of surviving through trauma. And this is a clip I picked up, whoosh, off I sent it to young people. Hey, would you be part of doing that. We are asking for a big close in the month of June. We need to catch up here. We are $250,000 goal this week. We're only, as of when we started the show this morning, we were only at 45,000 of that goal. So I'm really curious to count it up for tomorrow, but you've got to see and ask the Lord, can you join the Crossroads family and just be part of giving us a regular gift to go into this monthly airtime bill? We would love that. Can you help us make media? 1-800-265-3100. Thank you for joining us.